YouTubers, it's me, Virginia, 1975. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means? It's a weigh-in day. So I'm happy to report that I lost another 2 pounds on this keto diet. I mean to tell you, you'll probably hear me say this over and over because I'm blown away. I didn't lose that after my weight loss surgeries. Did not. Whoa. My husband's doing really well too. He only lost 1 pound, and we're not quite sure what's actually got him a little slower than me because let's face it, girls, guys lose a lot quicker than we do, and the tables are turned. I've also lost a total of 8 inches, and it seems to be going right neck and neck with the pounds that I'm losing, which is blowing me away, and I'm absolutely loving it. Okay. Here's the difference in how I kicked it up and discovered this whole keto. And I know you're going to hear me say this probably again and again. But I always use those urine strips that you pee on. And it would tell you you're either in ketosis or you're not. It also had an area where it says light, moderate, and large. Well, it fluctuated and it didn't bother me because as far as I was concerned, either you're in or you're out. And I was in. So we're doing great. We're in ketosis. We're doing good. I'm doing videos. I'm watching YouTube videos and learning as much as I can. And then I discovered this. And I said I was going to do a video on this. And I did. But I thought it would make a whole much more sense if I told you what happened with this. This is a meter like this, just like the old, or the glucose meters that a lot of us have. I was never diagnosed a diabetic, but my husband was a high pre-diabetic, and he got the meter on our insurance, and he had it. I never checked my glucose. It didn't matter to me one way or the other. Well, after watching these videos, it's one of the things I've always said, if you don't know what's broke, how will you know to fix it? So as I was lowering my protein and raising my fat, my good fats, I decided to go ahead and get one of these. Well, immediately it told me that I was in very low ketosis, and the weight loss, the fat burning is anywhere between 0.3 all the way to 7. So it does matter. You're either just coasting along in ketosis and your body isn't working at maximum capacity, or however you want to say it. You're just not in it the way you should be. So that was one of the first things I noticed. I'm like, okay, we need to adjust the fats, get me up a little higher, or get us a little higher, because I cook for my husband. And what ended up happening is I started, as I was checking my ketone levels, I was also checking my glucose levels. And the glucose levels are really, really important because you don't know if something's spiking your insulin or it's not. So here's a really good example that kind of broke my heart, but I knew the results. I knew what I was going to have to do. So the famous Coopercinos is 2 level tablespoons of Coffee Mate sugar-free powdered creamer, hazelnut. Love it. And then I would do 3 pumps of the Tranny hazelnut sugar-free syrup. And then I would top it with just tiny little bit of whipped cream, and calorie for calorie, it was probably about 65 calories, which was no big deal for me. You know, I could do it. And the most important part for me is it was all sugar-free, and I wasn't worried about, you know, all that. Well, guess what? About 4 days ago, I got up and I said, all right, let's find out what's going on, if I have to give this up or I don't. So I got up first thing in the morning, and I took my glucose reading, and it was about 87, which is really, really good. And then I drank my coffee, went and fixed my coffee, came back, drank it boiling hot like I love it, and I sip it until it's gone. And I waited about 20 or 30 minutes, and I tested my glucose. Yep. 133. So my innocent Coopercino that was only 60 calories was spiking the heck out of my glucose levels. And glucose levels are high, then insulin gets involved and you're in trouble. So I stopped. And one of the things that really surprised me about getting off of that Cupertino is, it wasn't hard. I don't know why it wasn't hard, but it wasn't. And the only thing I could think of why it wasn't is because once you're on this diet, you're not hungry. You don't crave the things that you once craved or loved or whatever. It just kind of disappears. And that's where I want to tell you guys, you're not hungry. Like I said in the last video, you're just not hungry. Okay, so I get this thing and it comes in a kit. This was quite pricey. It was $59.99, $60. Okay, but it's an investment in your health, so do it. So it comes in this little kit, it's a little zippered kit. And this particular meter reads ketones and glucose. So it comes with a pin and your pokey things, what the heck, I don't know why I can't think of the name. And then this little blue container is the ketone strips, and over here was the glucose strips. Well, I ran out, and I really didn't need to order any more of these right now because my husband had been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and so through our insurance, he got the glucose meter and oh, it's the Lancets, the Lancets and the alcohol strip, you name it, everything in the meter. So I got a bunch of that, so I really don't need to. There is an app for your phone, Android, iOS. There's an app, and to satisfy my techie brain, this is a little Bluetooth meter. So what you do is you plug it into or Bluetooth connector thing, plug it into the meter, and it uploads all your readings to the little Keto-Mojo app. There's your numbers. I can see right there how it's working and how I'm dropping my numbers are dropping in glucose area and my ketones are getting higher. And I'm telling you, I just love the fact that I now know. And like I said, how on earth can I fix something that I didn't even know was broke? So the really good example was my Cupertino. Okay, so with all the weight that I've lost, and I only need to lose 15, so usually your last 10, 15 pounds don't come off easy at all, but without these little aids, without knowing how am I losing this last bit of weight so quickly? I cannot stress it enough. Okay, I got a little sidetrack there. I will link all the Thomas DeLauer. I've been following him. He's my favorite YouTuber right now, teaching me about ketosis and keto and high fats. And I'm telling you, I have increased my fats so much that people with cholesterol are probably freaking out, going, oh, I can't try this diet because it's going to clog my arteries. Watch some videos, watch some Thomas DeLauer. And there's a whole bunch of people out there. Dr. Berg, I mentioned in my last video. How do you know? So give it a try. Don't be afraid of the high fats. I am doing just wonderful on it. So many people are doing wonderful on it. Give it a try. Give it a try. Give it a try. I don't know. I can't say it enough. You're not hungry. You're just not hungry. So until next week, see you then. Bye.